Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy NASCAR Picks. I'm your Smeg Rower 31. We're at Talladega Superspeedway. Going to be a quick video because there's really not much to say on these tracks. But if you're new to this, just a couple of base rules here. There are no dominators. There's 113 laps, fast laps, and laps that are usually spread out through the field. There have been times where, like Austin Hill has led like maybe 30 to 40% of the laps. So I mean, that's decent. 40 laps at 0.25. I should be able to do some math in my head, but that's 10 extra points. So it's not like a ton. Like if you're on a short track and there's like hundreds of laps that could potentially be led and have fast laps. So basically what you want to do is you want to see if you can pick the winner. If and that might be more of a GPP play because there's a lot of risk if there's like crashes. And Talladega is more tame than Daytona. I mean, and I think it was 2022. The whole race was a parade. Like there really was no big one, no wrecks, and it's kind of boring. So if you want to take the strategy of trying to nail the winner, then I'd use only one in the top 10, and I would pick one of the ones I listed as upside dominators. In the top 20, you generally want to use maybe two or less. And in the top 30, you really want to stack the back. And if you think you're going to be the smartest person in the room by stacking 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, if that hits, there's going to be a ton of duplicate lineups. So go ahead and try it and throw it in just in case. But I don't think you're going to win a ton of money because I think a lot of people are going to have that idea. And there's a lot of great plays between 32 and 38. So probably people are going to be mix and matching a lot of those. So play light. Again, it's a high variable sport, and this track makes it even more high variable. It's almost like a scratch off lottery ticket sometimes. And leave money on the table, 10K, 20K. If you like your lineup, then go for it. Don't try to use all the money. So starting up top, Austin Hill has been very dominant on these super speedway tracks and looked good in qualifying. RCR cars are usually really good here. Jesse Love, they should work together. And could they finish 1-2? Yes. But could they also get in a wreck and lose you 37 and 36 place differential points? Yes. So they could also be negative. So they're risky. So Hill definitely could go out there, and if he does lead 30% of the laps and finish first, he's going to be optimal. But there's a good chance he isn't. So I think he'll be very highly owned because I still think that people don't understand super speedways when it comes to DFS NASCAR. And they play people in the front and look for them to lead laps as like a normal dominator race, and that's not what we're looking for here. So Hill definitely in play. Love, like it. Parker Klingerman, he's been really good at keeping safe on these super speedways. So I think any three of them in a GPP, if you're like 20 maxing like the dollar one, like I would have like maybe one of each of these upside doms as the winner in your lineup, and then build the rest with the back, so it gives you enough safety in case they wreck to kind of cover you. Cole Custer, I don't think he'll be very popular, but again, he's had a lot of experience, and if he can keep it clean, should be good. Sammy Smith, same thing. Truex, I think is more of the fade. The Gibbs cars all might work together. You see sometimes like see Chevys all work together on these tracks, Fords work together on these tracks, Toyotas work together on these tracks. So that's another kind of GPP group that you can make. You just make a GPP group of like teams or manufacturers if you're playing in like a dollar or in the Chrome Horn or something, like if you've got the bankroll to do it. And I've had some success with that also. So Truex, I think the fade, unless you're doing a Joe Gibbs group or Toyota group. Chandler Smith, I think he has the upside to potentially win it here. So again, he'd be one of the ones to put in the winners group. Riley Herbst is good on plate tracks, really good, but he has had some bad luck too. Josh Williams, I think he's starting too far forward. He's decent on plate tracks. I would have loved it if he was started in the 20s. I think he'd be a great play for cash, but starting this far forward, I think he's a fade. And Sheldon Creed he will get up there and try to fight for the lead. He loves trying to get out there and lead. And like he and Hill, when they were teammates, used to work together and be out front. And now they're not in the same manufacturer. So I don't know how that'll work out, but you might see them working together. But he's an aggressive guy that likes to. Some of these guys just like to kind of fall back and just let everything play out in front of them and then make a charge for it at the end if they can avoid the attrition. So, but Creed is not that. That's not in his DNA. He'll get up there and he'll battle and maybe make some too many aggressive moves too early. And we'll see what happens with that. But I think, with Jesse Love being kind of cut out of the same mold, taking over his ride, that could be quite interesting. So Alfredo's a fade. Emerling, I have no idea how this car qualified that fast. Um, in 12th, fade. Taylor Gray, intriguing, only because it's the Joe Gibbs one. Probably the one we play in a Toyota stack or a Joe Gibbs stack. AJ Allmendinger, I think you can start here with a cash play. He's been very good. Colleague has been actually the only thing they've really been good at has been super speedways and some road courses. So I think that you can look for him to have some upside here and play him for your two potential that you play in the top, or one that you play in the which sorry, top 20 play would be like between 10 and 20. So I think could be one of the two you play there. Mayer, I also consider it, and Allgaier, but other two of them I like Allmendinger and Allgaier the best, and all three of them are in the dash for cash. If they win the race, I think they get I forget 50K, 100K. They get a significant amount of extra money. So and Mayer already won one, so if he wins this one too, it like doubles it. I think it goes from like maybe 50,000 to 500,000. So there's quite a bit of money on the line, but even more so for Mayer. So that's another incentive. Joey Gase, again, starting way too far forward here. I have no idea how he and Emerling got up here. And same thing with David Starr, not interested in any of those. Van Ginsberg was decent at Daytona, although he I think he wrecked really early in the ARCA race that he tried running. It was like one of the first races on like a speedway and not a road course. So we'll have to see. GPP for me, again, intriguing, has some potential upside, but I think that he'll be, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe GP start playing, but not super interested. Kyle Weatherman, he's right at 20 here. He's been solid. Yeah, these borderline cash, but I think at GPP, I wish he was starting like maybe 5 spots back. Here's a really nice range here to build in. Parker Retzlaff has in the 2.5 years that he's been in Xfinity Series has been outstanding, and so is the Jordan Anderson program at Super Speedways. So you definitely play here. Jeremy Clements has always been solid. Also, Brandon Jones has been volatile on most tracks and boomer bust, but on Super Speedways he's been solid, and as the JR Motorsports team has. So nice to play him in stack or as a one-off. I think he's also a really solid play here, starting 23rd. And Ryan Sieg has been solid also. So you can't go wrong playing any of these four drivers here. And it could kind of differentiate you if everybody else is playing all the guys in the back. And there's a wreck back there. It doesn't work out, then and these ones are okay, then that could be a lot of upside. Kyle Sieg, GPP, Blaine Perkins, GPP. I like Sieg Racing. I like them on these super speedway tracks, but the two drivers I don't like as much as Ryan himself. Brennan Poole, Alpha Prime, teetered on making this cash play is really close, but there's a lot of cash plays on the board. So I think it's more of a GPP. I really wanted to refine my cash to I think I have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I have 11. I usually only like 10, but I felt 11 would make the cut here. Meti Benedetto, a lot of experience on super speedways here. In a C car should be a prime play for you. Alpha Prime Racing, like as a GPP. Again, Alpha Prime, I've been a pretty big fan of this team this season. They've been solid in the mid range to upper lower range. So I think that they're definitely in play on most tracks. JD Motorsports, I usually kind of worry about this, but Dawson Cram has actually been serviceable recently. I wouldn't say solid, but maybe a step below solid, which I would say was serviceable. Haley Deegan, always a wild card here. Has had some success on. It's been a couple optimal lineups, but in trucks, but I think it's more of a GPP play here. She just trouble just seems to find her. Jordan Anderson, prime play here, super good. Would be surprised if he makes his way up and leads this. It's always been good on super speedways. Always brings really good cars to these, and I love that he started back here. Tons of place differential and safety. If he wrecks out, you only lose 6 points. So I mean that's kind of a nice floor there. Honeyman's been solid this season too. Um, like him and Cash. Earnhardt's always been good, and he's in a Sam Hunt car, which is much better than some of the normal jalopies that he has um, driven in these in some of these races. So let me just confirm that he's in that car. It's loading. Talladega. Sorry, keeps on defaulting back to Cup. Yeah, he's in the Sam Hunt car. No, just saw a double check that. Okay, so definitely a cash play there. I thought I had that right, but I just want to be sure because that's a huge component there. Very, very decent car there, and could maybe work with the other Toyotas and get up there in the pack. Jeb Burton, he's won this race before, so I think he's going to be very chalky and another good play here. Balicki is decent here, even in GGM car. He keeps him, he'll slide in the back until it's time to make a move and be safe. Another Alpha Prime car down here, Ryan Ellis. Really like him as a cash play. And Mason Massey, the SNS Greenlit cars haven't been horrible here. And obviously, Emmerling found something with this qualifying 12th and his teammates. So I think, not that you need a ton of speed, you need more to be able to stay with the draft. And I think that he'll be able to. So that's pretty much what I got for you here. Trying to think if there's anything else. So again, play light and you want to play in the back. And I think again, there's a lot of people that would, are probably gonna like just stack this range. But I think this range right here is very important too. If you can mix these two guys in also, and then up here in GPPs. I wouldn't necessarily doing cash unless you get like maybe one hill lineup, but I think it's really risky playing here. But I love this in GPP, picking one of these two, if you can get in there, and then fill out the rest of your lineup from down in this range. So we got for you. I'll have the cup video tonight. If you have any questions, put them in the chat below. If we have a regular ruler 31 on Twitter/X. If these videos help you, as always, help us back. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends. So good luck in contests. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I'll see you next time.